couple of weeks ago, I was in Copenhagen at this big conference, and I was listening to Jensen Zero, where she was talking about the power of intuition. And that speech just, connected and resonated a lot with me, because I believe a lot in, just listening to yourself and listening to what your intuition says. And my belief is that we as leaders are listening a little bit too little to what we actually feel inside. And that we're not using, the power that we have with the intuition to take decisions, or how to connect, or how to drive innovation, or a lot of different things. Do you use your intuition?
That was a good question. I thought you were just going to open it right up, but for me, all of my decisions are. Yeah, all of them are intuitive, basically, I think.
Really?
Yeah. And I think this probably has
What, do you not analyze things?
No. And I think this is interesting because, if you think about this, right, we have strategies and we have planning sessions and all that kind of stuff. But then when it comes to, at least the bigger decisions, almost always the gut feeling.
Yeah.
Then the planning and strategies and everything. So I think intuition comes first. It's like the front runner, right?
Right.
And then the planning and the strategy and the strategic work happens.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like I want to go there. I would like to do that. That's really interesting. Oh, I like that person. All those things just boom, right? Then you think, okay, how do we work something out? What do we do? So yes, I think that for me, that's the way that it works. And I think maybe for many people it is. Even if we pretend that we're making decisions based on strategy, it's almost like confirmation bias. If you start liking something or whatever on the social media apps, immediately you get the kind of algorithms saying yeah. And I think that with intuition, it's a little bit like that. Like once you make that decision, then you start to see all the things falling into place that you wanted to do anyway, and then you make that happen somehow.
Exactly, but do you really think that people dare to? We are sitting there, in a listed company as a leader. Do you think that you really dare to listen to your intuition, or do you think that you need to sort of have a plan and, we decided on a strategy, let's go in this direction, even though your intuition is saying we should probably go a little bit left instead? If you're a CEO at a bigger company, do you think that they do that?
Yeah.
I'm curious, really.
Yeah, I think, the CEOs that I work with,
yeah.
Most of them that are visionaries and looking towards the future are working from intuition and then finding strategies to support that. And they're talking to people and getting input, and then all of a sudden great ideas and things are happening. And then the strategic thing comes after. I really think that that's actually the way.
That's so super interesting, because I believe that, I've been working in quite a few bigger companies, and I don't find that part at all. I feel that it's sort of super, strict, and we're going in this direction. The numbers are here, and there's no feeling behind. However, when I work with the entrepreneurs and the startups and scale-ups, that you have a totally different sort of thing going on. The visionaries are just listening to the gut feel and go in a direction and hope to sort of gather the material that sort of backs the plan up. Interesting.
Saying that, right, at one time I was doing an interview with the CEO of Ericsson at that time, and I said, oh, can you just say something, we're at a strategic meeting, and I was doing some interview stuff, and then he's like, he said to me, Gary, if I say something, 50,000 people around the world just start to do stuff. And I was like,
that could be good.
Yeah. But then there is the weight of responsibility when you have a big company. At first I thought kind of arrogant, right? But then when I really thought about it, he was actually communicating something that's true. So I think that what you see, especially let's say, if you're not right in the inner circle, is a lot less of the intuitive stuff, even though I think if you were in the inner circle with that particular person and sitting there over dinner or whatever, they would be thinking and driving from intuition first. Almost always I think that, actually. Yeah, that's what my intuition tells me.
Your intuition tells you that. Did you ever sort of overrule your intuition?
Yeah, I do it all the time. I ignore things.
Why?
Because reason comes in.
Exactly.
And it says, oh, you can't do that, you shouldn't do this. And every single time I do that, it veers me off.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think intuition, really, when you're really listening, comes from the inside. I think the main key for any kind of really great leader is that alignment between what they really have driving from the inside, and then it comes out in their behavior and in their manifestations and the things that they work with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can so remember one time where I was actually when I got this new job, and it was like everything ticked all the boxes. Like really, I mean, 9 out of 10 boxes were ticked in, and that's sort of rare. But still, it was like something, you know, in my gut that was like, I felt sad. But it was like, no, but everything is, you know, this is super good for you. And it never was. It wasn't good.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Your intuition is telling you, it leads the
Exactly.
way.
I just run it over.
Yeah, and you ran it over with strategy and thinking about
reasoning.
the boxes.
Yeah,
reasoning,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key, right? So intuition first, listening in to how we really feel, what we really think, not what our brain is telling us, and then make it happen.
And then back it up with your strategy and your analysis. I can't speak.
Yeah. Analytical side.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I think that. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Thanks.
Thanks.